but very consistently grab at least one game. I feel like this one's destined to go to 3. We'll have to find out, though. It's Milio, Yumi, Aphelios, spanned away by Top Esports, Nico and Vi, the answer on the side of LGD.
You're telling me that these two teams are polar opposites, and that's exactly what we expect for this first series. And I really enjoyed this Lucian ban coming out of LGD. Something common in these top esports drafts is that they will always prefer to have Jackie Love on something that can find those early game leads like the Draven and Lucian. So that's quite the shocker. And something else I wanted to comment on, it's because the Aphelios has kind of caught me by surprise. A lot of these teams have adapted to prioritizing this champion over the Jinx, and I feel like that's purely because the ability of the AoE damage that he can have in those team fights, and of course the amount of setup that you can play off during the laning phase. But we need to talk about all the champions getting locked in, because everything's getting locked in instantly. So I'm pretty surprised that Haichao has decided to go with the Jace. That does signify that they want early game priority for Meteor to work off, and I'm assuming that is going to be towards the bottom side. So I would love to have Jinjiao on a melee support that can force those early game team fights and really accelerate the tempo.
See if they're going to be able to do that. I like the pickup, though, of the Jace in that mid lane for Haichao. Put a bit of pressure onto Rookie and give a bit of priority, like you say, to LGD. Gwen going to be locked in as well. This is the first draft in quite a while where I've seen neither AD carry or support locked in for either team. That is something kind of crazy. Meteor going with that Maokai as well. As the Draven banned away from Jackie, Varus is the answer. And even in the bans, we are rocketing through this draft.
Yeah, I feel like I don't even have too much time to talk, but I'm pretty surprised that Top Esports has decided to lock in their entire top side and not flex this Cassante, because I feel like that's one of the biggest advantages that this Cassante going in blind for the first of the draft has. But we'll have to wait and see. Something like the Xayah and the Zeri is still up and available for both of these teams to take away. But I'm assuming it is going to get considered to be banned by Top Esports here. However, I feel like with the amount of supports that's up, we still have something like the Rakan, which we've seen Mark play. I mean, I think Mark had an amazing series, especially up against LPL Gaming, where he's really stepped up from his spring regular performance, where I thought, especially towards the bottom side of Top Esports, they had a bit of a struggle when it came to the early game laning phase, which did often put the entire team behind and put them in an uncomfortable position. So it's really nice seeing Mark having that time off during the offseason and really stepping up. And Jin getting banned is quite the interesting one, instead of Zeri.
Yeah, I'm just scratching my head, to be honest, on that one. I mean, Jin is actually kind of good. Like, it surprised me at the start of the split that we weren't seeing Jin, because there's a lethality build that is disgusting. He's really good with the Gale Force crit builds as well. Like, in solo queue, Jin's a bit of a beast. Not really seen it in the LPL, though, as we see Envy and Jinjiao immediately go towards the Xayah Rakan. Not surprising at all there. What do Top Esports go for? Kai'Sa could be an option.
I guess Top Esports can just default to something like the Jinx and the Nautilus for that bottom side and giving the Xayah open, or they can deny it on Top Esports side as well. But I did want to talk more a little bit about Jin, because I feel like, yes, Jin is a very good champion when it comes to the current meta and how he builds. But the reason why we haven't really been seeing him in the LPL is that look at the amount of dive that we often see in these drafts. It's Wukong, it's Ahri. You want to just sit back, use that ultimate to often engage onto the enemy team, but you're often going to also see an Ahri kissing you on the cheek in those team fights, and you're probably going to die in the next 2 seconds. But at the very end, it's going to be the Xayah denied by Top Esports, which is going to work really well because LGD, they've locked in a lot of short-range carries, even including the Zeri with her current build. So it's going to be a really big struggle if LGD, they don't really catch the Xayah by surprise and eliminate this ADC straight away.
So, bit of a weird end to the draft there. The Xayah Rakan denied, like you say. The Nautilus alongside that Xayah. And I'm going to suggest the Kai'Sa pick every single draft where it looks good until it gets picked. I believe in the Kai'Sa. I feel like it's not in that bad of a spot right now. But on the other side, the Zeri locked in alongside that Rakan, which can certainly work. We'll see what Envy can do with his hands on that one. But LGD, a mountain to climb here. Still a dream of playoffs in their sights. But they're going to have a hell of a win streak if they want to make it. 0-6 so far in the split, but consistently taking games from big name teams. Let's see if Top Esports becomes another big name team that LGD manage to bring a game against. But Top Esports certainly a favorite here on a 5-win streak, and it feels like they've got that mojo back. It feels like this is a team that you can look towards the top of the table to find, that you can believe will do well during playoffs. Can they be consistent is the question. And LGD, I feel like, could be their kryptonite, if you will. We'll have to see as we come into this one. Top Esports and LGD, game number 1 here in Shanghai.
I don't know, take it as you will, but Top Esports, with the amount of trading that has happened, I'm assuming they want to look for that level 2 spike, as they do have the cleanse available.
Oh no. Oh, it's a disaster. Jin Zhao gets rooted up here. He's trying to escape, flashes out to safety, but Envy now is alone in the fight. Still has flash available.
Double flash.
And gets forced as well. That's all 4 summoners from LGD for Jackie right now, who managed to get a reset off after crashing that wave, so it will just be Envy set pretty far behind.
I do want to highlight this route from Jackie Love. I don't think the trade would have gone as bad if the Xayah wasn't able to land that double route. But with the lethal tempo also coming online for Jackie Love.
Maybe they can bait him in as Mark looks for another engage. Remember, no summoners here. Jin Zhao tries to escape and gets taken down. And this bot lane is just brutal. Wayward could be in trouble here as Decade charges on forwards. Meteor in range of the twisted advance, and Wayward forced to flash, but actually flashed afterwards.
Double flash.
Both of them flashed to make the kill happen, and LGD.
Kong was definitely felt. We'll get a replay of what just happened towards that bottom side. It is just Mark landing another hook, and Jin Zhao being that Rakan, taking Glacial and not even using that.
But the charge will go on through here. Gets a couple of plates.
Lands.
Meteor hooked in. Bit of damage coming out from Rookie. There are the roots, but the damage is already done here. Charm across the team. Mark stepping forwards low on HP as Rookie has so many resets. Jin Zhao trying to escape, but taken down for the double kill. And Rookie once more, but Jackulov takes it. Top Esports get themselves onto the board. But let's take another look at that fight mid. Rookie playing this beautifully.
Yeah, I love this POV that we have for the LPL. Double Everfrost onto the support and jungle of LGD, as Maokai was just doing 360s in the air. But I feel like when you do have a Jace, you want to be playing of the poke and not just 100 to 0s with this team composition. But even Jackulov rotating from that bottom side after getting the lane pushed in.
Certainly is. Let's take another look at Rookie. I like the idea of trying to dodge away from the ultimate, but I mean, there was a long way to go to get out of those routes.
I mean, you see Rookie committing both the flash and the ultimate to try and get away from Haichao, but the Bramble Smash and the E from Haichao just...
TM can block them, but Mark still gets caught up. And that could be the death of him, but TP coming on through. And now the attempt from Rookie as well. Double knock up here, but LGD not backing away just yet. Envy in the midst, getting one to start the fight off. Jackulov still going though. His Decade tries to get him, but just gets pushed away instead. Jin Zhao 1 HP. Rookie forwards for the double kill. And now Envy knocked up and will be taken down. It's one for Wayward as Top Esports scrap it out again. The 20-minute Baron taken. And sure, it wasn't a standard Baron setup, but 20-minute Baron certainly is a Top Esports hallmark play. I mean, this is LGD starting to fight off, trying to make the play for themselves. But the TP quite late from the Gwen.
It was a very late TP, around 5 seconds, but you need to look that Envy on this Zeri with only the Triforce in hand, she doesn't do as much damage compared to the Kraken Slayer Xayah, which is going to be zoning out a lot of those members on LGD. But Wayward on this Cassante with Rookie once again, making that magic in those teamfights and getting their hands onto the backline where Haichao wasn't able to put out any damage, as you see 9-2-6 on this Jace.
As Rookie trying to grab that red buff, and we'll be able to do so in the end. Baron started off Top Esports, looking to put their mark on here. Game number 1. It's Jin Zhao so low. Wayward over the wall, spots him as well. He's going to move on forwards. Baron taken.
Rookie.
What else? All out on the other side. And they're just shredded. Into the meat grinder they go. And Top Esports, they're making mince. Interesting to think about, because they historically have been a very fast team. And when it comes to these Baron fights, this is their speciality.
Wayward and Rookie working together and getting that double CC onto the backline of LGD just meant...
They definitely can't. Rookie just flashes in to start the fight. You said that Top Esports rely on him for the engage, and I'd say that that's a safe bet at this point. A hook in from Mark, as well as Wayward actually goes onto the fountain, but still survives for now. Will be taken down by Envy. At least that's one for LGD, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Top Esports with a very low hatch. You just need to land one EQ, buddy. One Q. And that's
Envy's
Top Esports being
stacked
down.
up here. He's going for a little bit more. Jackie actually ults onto him and just takes him out. The opposite man eradicated by Jackie Love, one of the greatest of all time and living up to that reputation here in this game. The Bramble Smash won't come through. Jin Zhao tries to finish the job, but he can't. Nobody can bring him down. It's Jackie Love on the scene.
Ends the game with a clean quadra kill on the Xayah, living on the slitherest of HP. But Munch, they proved us wrong. Top Esports are awake ever since this first game.